me. Hello, welcome.
Hi.
To Entertain This, a podcast about movies, TV shows, and video games. This is episode 21.
Ooh, we're
That's
finally
right.
legal age.
We can drink now. And I'm Hayden. With me, I have Mitch and Tom.
You okay?
You don't have your inhaler. Be careful. Yeah.
It's like a rubber chicken. Got like ran over.
So
Squeakers from Toy Story 3.
we broke the Mitch trend of being punished last week. And
Finally.
I think they finally, yeah.
with me being punished.
Yes.
So there is no justice in this world because Tom is owed at least 6 weeks in a row. So
I think that sounds fair.
I got punished by watching Powerpuff Girls, the movie. Yeah,
How was it?
it was all right.
How was it, Buttercup?
It was all right.
Bubbles.
So I guess it was like an origin story based off of the TV show that came out after the TV show. And from what I read, they tried to like make it so people could, I guess parents would enjoy the show like the kids would. And the thing is that I don't see that happening. You know,
As a parent, you did not enjoy it.
I mean, like I remember watching the show when I was a kid because it was like '98 when it came out.
Yeah, it was the late 90s.
And
It aired with like Dexter's Laboratory and all that.
Yeah, it was the last Hanna-Barbera cartoon, like sanctioned Hanna-Barbera, because the Hanna guy died. So,
Died.
Yeah, it was over at that point, and then Cartoon Network went through some like reconstruction at that point.
Yeah, they changed the logo from like, where it said Cartoon Network and the alternating black and white colors that I remember.
Yeah.
But,
Those were the last good kind of cartoons to just crappy crap now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
There
you
was
know,
like Cartoon Network, that format, and then like Toonami would come on afterwards.
And that was it.
And it had like the spaceship and like the guy with like the helmet and like the robot dude. And it's just like, yeah.
so like they talked about because Craig McCracken, which is a cool last name.
That is a cool name.
But he created the show. He actually did shorts for it back in '92, and got picked up from Caltech to Hanna-Barbera to do Powerpuff Girls. And like I guess it was more an adult cartoon when he conceived it, and then when he made the show and stuff, they obviously scaled it down for kids and everything. And it changed drastically after 9/11. Like, before 9/11, it was like skyscrapers being destroyed and stuff like that, all sorts of stuff. And then in the movie, they actually had that skyscrapers being destroyed, sometimes by the Powerpuff Girls themselves. And I think Roper, Roger Ebert and Roper, they reviewed it and said there's too many similarities for a kid's movie with 9/11 and all that kind of stuff.
It's a kid's movie.
It's a cartoon.
Whatever.
They don't have fingers.
It's a cartoon of super-powered people fighting.
I don't
Don't
know.
they make that joke like what are those like things at the end of your hand? And the guy's like, fingers? Because they would have it's just like a
yeah, nub.
smooth nub, but they could just pick stuff up and hold it. It's
Yeah.
like, how?
Holding guns floating in the air or something. I don't know, but so it did all right. It cost $11 million to make, and
A cartoon?
for the movie, yeah.
Wow.
And yeah, it cost. I have some questions, but yeah, it only made 16.4 in box office, so it was considered a failure because it needs to make 22 in order to break even. But it was 73 minutes long, and it just felt like a really long episode of Powerpuff Girls. But everything that happened, you knew it was going to happen because I don't know that. Everybody knows, like, the Powerpuff Girls are made from sugar, spice, and everything nice.
And Chemical X.
And Chemical X. Professor Utonium. But, they spent 30 minutes explaining all that, which is in the first 5 seconds of the intro to the Powerpuff Girls theme song.
Isn't it like an hour-and-a-half movie?
73 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just clarifying.
Why?
Well, because if they spent 30 minutes on that, and if it's only an hour and a half, and it took $11 million, does 3 episodes cost
Well, if it's
$11 million
73 minutes, it's an hour and 13 minutes long.
Yeah.
Well, roughly, but
I mean, feature length is technically supposed to be 90 minutes, but I don't
It's a
know.
cartoon.
would 3 episodes cost $11 million to make?
No.
No, not even close.
I mean, I guess they probably spent a lot of money. Now I don't know where they would spend all that money at. I mean,
It's the same voice actor,
like,
right?
yeah,
At that time, like cartoon movies were kind of becoming a big thing because like Rugrats did the movie,
Yeah.
and that was big. I think Wild Thornberrys did one.
Did they really? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was just kind of like, oh, we're gonna do a Powerpuff Girls movie too.
But usually,
Just to get in on that gravy train.
when you have a cartoon show that breaks out enough to have a feature film, they get like some A-list celebrities to do voices, like the not Twilight, My Little Pony had what's her name from A Quiet Place?
Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt. She was in that movie and stuff like that. And but no, it was just all the voice actors from the show, and
Might be weird to like replace all the voices with actors.
no, they didn't. They brought in like for the My Little Pony movie, they brought in a special new character just to have this, A-list celebrity be a part of it. They didn't do anything like that.
And Sean Connery to like play the mayor. Powerpuff Girls. This monkey is destroying the city.
Well, so anyways, the plot is the girls are created, and Professor Utonium is trying to get them acclimated to a normal life, and they play tag and destroy all of Townsville. So,
So they do the opposite of their design.
no, yeah, it's funny because the mayor doesn't care that the town's being destroyed until his pickle stand gets destroyed, and so he goes to their house, Professor Utonium, and he holds out pictures of little chalk outlines for pickles on the ground and stuff like that, and he's like, look what a travesty they've created, the little terrorists and stuff like that.
My pickles.
His pickles, yeah. That's the only thing he cares about. But
I mean,
yeah.
I could see it. Pickles
Yeah.
are pretty cool.
So it was pretty lengthy because after they play tag, Mojo Jojo becomes powerful enough to. Well, no, he convinces the girls to help him build his secret lair, which is on top of a volcano in the middle of this town, by the way.
Volcano in the middle of town. Okay.
And once he builds it, he gets a bunch of chemical X, abducts a bunch of monkeys from the zoo, thousands of monkeys. It's a big zoo, I guess. And then gives them chemical X so they become smart. And then this monkey infestation takes over Townsville, and then the Powerpuff Girls beat them all up. And
So this
then
is like
Mojo
the
Jojo.
kids Powerpuff Girl crossover with Planet of the Apes.
They did make a lot of Planet of the Apes references. It was kind of funny. So, because one of the girls is like, "Get your hands off of him, you dang dirty ape." So,
They want to go apes together, strong.
they did, say Mojo Jojo's did say, "I am now the king of the Planet of the Apes." So, it was stuff like that. But anyways, there's some adult references. Like one of the monkeys is a baboon, and he gets in this giant baboon mech suit.
And has a big shiny red butt.
No, he has a cannon for a butt, and it is his metal hand would reach back there and grab bombs that come out of the butt and throw them at the Powerpuff Girls. And so I'm watching this with my kids and my wife, and me and my wife just look at each other, stuff like that. There's a couple situations where we're like, "Whoa." But
Whoa, kids, don't look.
yeah,
That's too late.
Don't get any ideas.
but this movie helped blossomed, for a lack of a better term.
But
There's a thing for that, isn't it? Oh wait, I don't have the thing. I don't know. We might have a. Yeah, right.
I don't know what that was playing.
But they're Lauren Faust. She was a storyboard artist for this movie. She ended up doing My Little Pony and Foster's Home for
Imaginary
friends and stuff like
show.
that. So this spawned a bunch of big time cartoons that kind of picked off and took off, and so I wouldn't say it's a worthless movie, and it wasn't horrible. I'm not happy that I watched it.
it's not your new
Did your
weekend thing
kids
for your
enjoy
kids.
My daughter didn't. My 11-year-old daughter, she was like, "This is weird."
Why don't they have hands?
Yeah. But my son thought it was funny. Honestly, for the movie, there was not a lot of action. There was hardly any fight scenes. I think maybe at the very end there was a fight scene, and but when they were just running around beating the crap out of all these monkeys, he was cracking up like crazy. So that was the one part.
Help.
He liked that part.
Girls beating up
monkeys.
super smart advanced monkeys.
Yeah.
He's like that.
Yeah, I was laughing. But like, as far as like animation or stuff, they might have some CG and stuff here and there, but I don't really know why it was.
At least your
$11
son
million.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, I don't know why it was $11 million. I don't know. So I give it a 5. I could care less if it ever existed, and I'm not like miserable for watching it. So it's right down the middle. It's a thing. Your kids probably won't like it because, surprisingly enough, it's not ADD. I would say
It's not dumbed down like today's cartoons.
it's not as quick as today. Like, and what's funny is I was reading some of the production notes, and the Craig McCracken, the creator for it, said that Cartoon Network actually wanted them to produce a more adult version of the Powerpuff Girls to help cater to more of the adult audience. And then Cartoon Network went under the regime change, and they told them no. So
For the 100th time.
yeah, so it would have been completely different for the movie. Instead, now it's just like a giant episode. And he talked about his creative process. He said basically we wrote an episode and then made it 73 minutes long. And I was like, yeah, it makes sense.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
There's a lot of just like montages and stuff, just to fill time.
Well, you can solve anything with an 80s montage.
Oh, yeah.
Or in this case, the early 2000s montage.
Yeah.
I feel like kids' cartoons today are just dumbed down.
Yeah.
Because my 1.5-year-old niece was over at my house the other day, and they had the TV on, and I was just sitting there. I was like, "This is like torture. Is this what the CIA plays to people?"
Well,
I'm like, "This is horrible."
A lot of kids shows nowadays, unless it's like a certain niche of things,
Yeah.
it's just like random acts of violence and
There's not even
which is-
random acts of violence anymore.
Well, it's not even like full on violence like Tom and Jerry. It's just like stupid stuff like they slam the door and it hits him in the face or something like that. It's like I don't know.
Yeah. Well, okay, so there's like different age groups of kids shows, and like the show that my daughter watches now is She-Ra, the modern one, not the crappy one that you got punished with, but there's some violence and stuff here and there, but it's very like, I wouldn't say like epic, but it's like like there's reason behind it. It's not like Tom and Jerry or something like
Mindless nonsense.
that. Yeah, but shows definitely don't have any attempt at appealing to an adult audience. Like Dexter's Laboratory and stuff like that. There's innuendo and things that where an adult would watch and be like laughing for a completely different reason than a kid would. I don't know if that's better or worse. I mean, I'm not too familiar with that kind of production stuff, but maybe it's just time for the kids to watch TV and me to go mow the lawn or something like that. And,
That's what they really did. It's just an excuse for you to be like, I'm not going to watch this.
Yeah,
I'm going to
probably.
go find something else to do.
Probably. I do like shows that the family can watch together and enjoy together. There's very few shows that are like that, though, nowadays. So.
Very much so.
All right, well, there you go. There's my punishment review.
You sound so happy.
Done. Hey, at least it was a movie. It wasn't a video game.
It wasn't Soda Drinker Pro.
No.
It wasn't Samurai Cop.
No. Samurai Cop felt like hours.
That movie was awesome.
Just hours of watching. This felt long for 73 minutes, but it ended. So,
Samurai Cop was awesome just because I got to watch you react to it as you watched it.
I'm getting nauseous.
Sometimes that's the best part. It's just like this movie's so bad, but someone else suffering and you enjoying it is what makes it funny.
He was so miserable. It was funny.
Ugh. All right, there you go. Punishment review done. Mitch, plug that social stuff.
Plug it. Macho Man Randy Savage.
Savage. All right, we have our Buzzsprout.
No, it's
You
not
go to
Macho Man.
entertain.this on our Buzzsprout website. We have our Instagram, which is entertain.this.
Quiet.
On Twitter, we're
Indeed.
at this.entertain.
And you're gonna
Patreon.com is slash entertain.this.
Yeah.
And then we have our Facebook group, which is Facebook. Facebook group, which is Facebook,
It
by the
is.
way.
It
It is
is
on Facebook.
not-
Is
All right, John Madden.
Entertain This Podcast, which is it's a Facebook group. And then we have our Facebook page, which is just Entertain This.
What's our MySpace?
Just entertain this.
We have an angry one called Go Entertain Yourself.
Go ahead, take it.
You talking about it's like our Facebook group is on Facebook, and I was like, all right, Booger McFarland. It's like on Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
You see the runner, he had the football, and he crossed the goal line, which means they scored a touchdown, and a touchdown means you scored points.
Thanks for explaining the rules.
Football's not like soccer, okay?
There's not a lot of times a foot and the ball are involved, except when the kicker kicks it or
Well said.
punts.
Tom,
Hello.
Twitch.
Entertain_this on Twitch.
Yep. And how much content do we have for that right now?
One video. No, there's all the stuff that we did is on there on clips. So
Yeah.
if you go in, deep into the page, not that deep, you just got to click like 2 things.
Yeah,
But you'll see a whole bunch of nonsense.
And we'll
there's
hopefully-
one highlight of a game we won. We've won several, but we haven't filmed them.
hopefully we'll put them.
You just got that pen and you broke it.
I didn't mean to. Hopefully we'll have some
Everything
YouTube
you
videos.
touch, you break.
It's okay. I lost it too. It fell off.
What?
Oh, some cheap pins.
Yeah, they were $1.
We'll get some YouTube videos of the Twitch feeds and hopefully some compilations, and you can actually see us win. I mean, it has happened.
We have
promise.
video evidence.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, we have the one we won.
Oh, okay.
And I've got a lot of clips of us winning.
I think you recorded the second one we won.
I don't know.
We're talking about Call of Duty Warzone. So,
Anyways,
like
before we move
always.
on from social media, we have that Facebook group. Thank you to all of those who participate. And those who don't, I'm watching. Start working.
Yeah.
There's 50-something of you to 70-something of you that look at every post. Somebody comment.
Like the
Somebody
people
talk.
that like drive by a car accident and they just like kind of glance, go, "Oh Jesus!"
See a family burning in the car and
Bunch
just go,
of
"Oh well, that's not my
rubberneckers.
problem."
Like the 10 of you who jumped out and helped. Thank you. The rest
What,
of you,
what I don't
did.
get is we put these polls out that say, hey, click on this, which you think is the best one. You just got to click once. You look at it.
You looked. You
Just-
saw.
Just click random. Sure.
Just scroll
Just
and
click
go.
something.
Pick one that you've
that
heard
one.
of or something. Yeah.
Instead of just 80 people just being like, I can't be bothered by clicking right now.
I can't go like this.
How do I click away from this?
How do I get out of here?
Yeah. All right. There is our intro to include social and Twitch and the punishment review. Let's move on to news and reviews, starting with Mitch.
I was very
All right.
distracted.
I was doing TV news and reviews today,
No.
and I watched. I reviewed the movie or the TV show Ballers
Why are you talking like that?
because y'all were making funny voices, so I just figured I'd join in.
All right.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
Ballers.
Ballers,
This is about a.
People with balls.
and they juggle.
I was trying to think of something more clever. Go
This
ahead.
isn't that kind of show.
Anyways, it's an HBO show that had the Rock, John Washington, which is Denzel Washington's son.
Yeah, we talked about this guy for like 3 episodes for Tenet because he's the main dude in Tenet.
Yeah.
Not once did we ever mention he was Denzel Washington's son. I did some research on him, and I kept seeing pictures of him with Denzel Washington, and I was like, oh, cool. He's got like a...
Oh, he's made.
He's
taking
got
pictures
yeah.
of a celebrity. That's
He's
cool.
got like a mentor or something, you know. And I never put it together. John Washington, Denzel Washington, and so I googled it, and he's his father.
the math like equation start blasting in front of your face. Like, this means something.
That makes sense now. Okay.
But The Rock plays this former NFL player who becomes like the finance manager of these players. He's probably 2 years removed from leaving the NFL.
Okay.
Well, you find out he's in some money trouble, and somehow he becomes the finance manager just because of his connections with other players. Rob, how do you say it? Cordry?
The bald dude from Hot Tub Time Machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the guy that hires The Rock to be his assistant in this.
We'll be right back.
Ever wondered what a rhythm-based stealth game with dinosaurs might look like? Or a farming sim in space with zombies? Welcome to the Gaming Blender podcast. I'm Matt, and with my co-host Scott, we take a random game genre and random game mechanics, blend them all up, and pitch wild, totally hypothetical games you've never heard of, and maybe shouldn't. New episodes every other week. Hit play and unleash your inner game dev. No coding required. Search the Gaming Blender on your favorite podcast app now.
What are you doing?
The structural integrity of this chair, I'm calling into question.
If you fall out, that'll be our new intro.
On a loop forever.
But anyways, he hires The Rock to be his assistant in this finance manager position. Well, they go on like John Washington is a made up star called Ricky Jarrett, which this all takes place in what is the real world. They just introduce these couple other players for the show,
Right.
But it revolves around you see people like Antonio Brown, Deshaun Jackson, which I know these names mean nothing.
Is Antonio Brown like as batshit crazy as he is now? I know, I said it.
But no, this was like 2015 Antonio Brown. I liked it. But I mean, they go on, and there's a lot of crazy stuff that you see that you would expect these NFL players to probably spend money on this stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Like riding a camel into a training day, or their OTAs for training. So it's funny to see The Rock's parallel between theirs. How he knows, you can spend all this money on the clubs and stuff. There's one instance where this guy spends $1 million on one role in Vegas, and when he loses it, his friend just faints, just falls down. So I mean, it's pretty.
And like people are surprised that they're broke and they're out of the NFL.
And that's what
He's living in like a car like 2 years later.
Yeah, that's what The Rock's character and the Rob's character is trying to influence on these people. It's like, this money doesn't last forever. Invest it in something that's a lot better.
Like $1 million rolls in Vegas.
Well, there's something to be said about these like podunk kids that come out of like crappy places in America, and then they're just thrusted into the top 1% of the economy, and they don't know. They don't know what a 6-figure bank account looks like, let alone a 7-figure bank account.
Yeah.
So making 7 figures like a year,
Yeah. So
if not more.
Well, that's what, like in the very first episode, The Rock has this quote that he tells some of the other players: "Don't put your money in anything that depreciates: cars, houses, women."
women.
So,
Just ask Antonio Rogers Cromartie.
yeah, he's, he tries to influence on these people not to do these things, and at the same time, The Rock, like throughout this series, he's dealing with like pain management because from his time in the NFL, he's racked up like migraines and like back and hip issues and stuff. And so he kind of has this addiction to pain pills because he refuses to acknowledge that he needs to have like
corrective
surgeries
surgeries
and stuff done. So
It is the whole like chewing Vicodin like a Skittles thing.
Yeah. And then without going too much into it, because I don't want to reveal too much, but
Too late.
He's got his friends that are always getting new contracts from different players, getting new offers throughout the season and stuff to be traded or whatever. And it's pretty good. It's seeing the other side of NFL sports, or like what the effects are after in the NFL for some of these players. Because I mean, it's not a show I thought I would have been interested in, even though I like football, and even Brandon or even Hayden.
Yeah, I've been. He watches it at work, and so I, when I'm not busy, I watch it too. And it's actually not that bad. It's kind of fascinating how crazy people can be. The episode where like they're trying to get one dude to sign to their agency or whatever so they can represent him financially. They basically need to cater to whatever his whim is to try and help him win, sign. And he decides that he's like needs a man's pet or something like that. So they go to the zoo to try and buy him like a lion or a tiger or something like that.
No, he wants a friend, an animal, a lifelong companion, and his best friend says he needs a man's pet, so he goes behind his back to buy him something.
Right.
Yeah.
And he gets like an alpaca on accident. Like that's what they could end up with getting is like a llama.
Yeah, they went to this exotic zoo and everything's been
Alpacas?
Yeah.
Well,
Or an exotic animal at a zoo?
they already had like panthers and
Miami,
elephants,
it might be.
and all these people were like, "Oh, well, these are already been claimed by these other players." So he's like, "This is what we got left."
Yeah. So yeah, it's goofy stuff like that. It's
They take a lot of stuff serious, which I mean, some of this stuff is pretty serious, things to happen in the world. But then they throw this little comedic spin on it with little instances here and there, which make it a very enjoyable show.
yeah, it's funny. I enjoyed it. I didn't think I would. I actually enjoyed it.
I'd probably give it like a 7,
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I might rate it higher just because
maybe 7.5.
I do not like that subject matter, and I was
Yeah,
actually
you don't like sports.
pretty fast. And it's not a lot about sports. It's mostly about just money.
Yeah,
and
the money side of
business.
everything. I think say very rarely do you,
Of people who are employed.
It's like if Wall Street was funny, like the movie Wall Street was funny. It'd be like that. So
I mean, a lot of times you just see them practicing. They don't. It's kind of like Blue Mountain State. You never actually see them play in game. So
Are they like taking like actual teams?
yeah, it's all real life, and then they just add in like 3 or 4, quote unquote players that are for
Some
the show.
fake
It's
Yeah.
set in Miami.
Okay.
And a lot of it's about some players who play for the Dolphins.
Yeah.
So. All right.
Suck.
Cool.
Move on to my news. Amazon is going to have a TV series about Fallout.
Oh.
And they haven't. They said that they're not sure exactly what the subject matter will be because they said they're not sure Bethesda knows what Fallout is supposed to be
That's fair.
because it changes so much.
All right. Yeah,
I've known that there's been talks of a TV show for Fallout for a long time. And I think that if you're going to do a video game live action adaptation, a TV show is probably the best way to go about it instead of because like when they write for video games, they basically have a TV show's worth of material that can
several
expound
seasons worth in
Yeah.
for some games.
and that they can expound for as much as you want it to, and you can cut away as much as you need to. And to do that for a movie, it's pretty stupid. But for a TV show, though, you can streamline that.
A lot of these games have too much plot to make it into one movie.
Yeah, that's what I was fixing to say. For a game like this, there's so much in it that you would need more time than just an hour and a half, 2 hours to explain what's going on.
Do you know who's got the rights to make the TV show?
I just know it's Amazon.
Okay, Amazon. Okay, yeah, we'll see. I mean, they have money to throw around.
They've announced it, but like I said, they don't really have a whole lot of info on what's going to be, who's going to be in it, or anything
Amazon's
like that yet.
getting pretty big on this and making TV shows.
Well, they want to be.
They want. I mean, they're
What's the biggest show they got right now?
Grand Tour.
Man,
Well, that's not even going anymore. They have the Jack Ryan show. They
yeah,
have
probably
the,
Jack Ryan's the biggest one, I'd say.
What's that new?
Oh, The Boys.
The Boys.
Yeah.
And then there's some other show where I can't remember what it is, but she's like putting in some kind of red contact, like Homelander or no, or Homeland or something like that.
My wife and her friends are obsessed with that marvelous Miss Mabel show.
Oh, that show. Yeah, that show's pretty funny.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that was on there.
So, yeah, it's got some shows. I don't think. I think it has a lot of that strike out. You know, there's some that I can't even think of right now. But yeah, Fallout. Yeah, Bethesda not knowing what it is. That's probably a good point. And it would. I guess Bethesda would have probably creative control over how the show is to be interpreted in live action. I wouldn't just. Which honestly, I don't know if that's a good idea. I mean, typically I would be like the source material needs to be created and controlled by the source guy, but Bethesda has screwed up Fallout. So
Fallout 76.
Yeah.
Looking at you.
and, Fallout wasn't originally a Bethesda IP. It was I can't remember the name of the company, but it was those old isometric DOS games. Well, it wasn't DOS, I don't think, but it was for PC until Fallout 3. Fallout 3 was the first Bethesda.
And also, I found out for Netflix, Stranger Things, they said, we have season 4 coming out, supposed to be later on this year. Yeah. They've resumed filming for it. They said I think they said they'd gotten 2 weeks into filming before everything got shut down. Mm-hmm. Well, now they're saying that they're going to do this season, and they said that there's a possibility they're probably going to add at least one more season, and that'll be the final one.
I think it's about time for that show to wrap up.
They said that originally they had written it for 3 seasons, and then they moved it to 4. Well, now they're saying that more than likely it's going to go to a 5th season.
If you the creators of the show have online, you can review their pitch packet that they took to Netflix and stuff like that, and all the materials that they had. The show was called something else back in the day, before they got picked up, and it was made for just 1 season, I think, originally. I don't know if they ever planned on it going any further than that, but yeah, it's pretty cool just to see what it was in its origin. So cool. All right. Well, I guess that does it for a TV show, right?
Well, I was going to say the on Netflix the show The Order is supposed to come out on the 10th. So if anybody wants to discuss that after this episode airs, we can discuss that on Netflix or on Facebook about the Netflix show. See what people think, because it'll be out by the
When
time
you
this
said
airs.
like the order, I'm just like picturing like a dude like trying to order something at McDonald's.
Oh, my bad. I'm not
And
thinking
Dan,
not The Order. What's the
Dan.
one with Charlize Theron?
I
the
talked about that on
old guard.
The Old Guard. Yes,
yeah.
The Old Guard comes out July 10th.
Yeah.
This episode will be airing after that. We'll go live after that.
So they'll have a little bit of time to have
They
talked
could.
about it.
You can tell us what you think about it. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, see?
All right, cool. That does it for TV shows. Tom,
Hello.
what have you for us?
Nothing.
Well, okay.
Moving on.
All right.
For my review, I watched Guns Akimbo, 2019 New Zealand film starring Daniel Radcliffe.
On drugs.
Yeah. Well, on his inhaler.
Yeah,
He was definitely not Daniel Sadcliffe. He was Daniel Radcliffe.
it was pretty rad.
Yeah, that was where I was going to go with that joke.
We all watched this movie.
I did not know you guys saw it until earlier when I told you this is my review. And you're like, we both saw it. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
all right.
it's all right.
It was okay. I liked it.
It's kind of goofy.
It was goofy. It was a little silly, the little video game humor. You
Like,
know,
I think it's
it
high-
was what I expected it to be when I looked at the picture for the movie, like the little description.
Yeah, just crazy Daniel Radcliffe. Just,
Daniel Radcliffe, Daniel out of his mind, Cliff, with his these two guns, and then I was watching the movie. I was like, oh, they surgically implant. So for those of you who don't know what this movie's about, without pulling a spoilers, McGee, Daniel Radcliffe plays a loser. His life sucks. He's an online internet troll who trolls trolls, and there's this other group called Schism, who basically do like murder death battles and stream it, and people love it because that's what the people want to see. And it's they're fawning around with drones, and there's these interesting characters, and they do like little video game pop up stuff on the people watching it, and like they cut to the same group of people watching this the whole time, and this is over days.
yeah.
Well, my
And
question
the guys
is,
are wearing the same stuff, dude. They're at the same places, and they're like, "Oh my god!" looking at the phones and cheering and getting drunk and what have you.
That was kind of funny because like they'd cut to random people watching it, and they'd be like the goofiest.
Yeah. There's like some guys at a bar. There's another dude just like by himself at a bar. Then there's like 4 dudes in a locker room just wearing underwear and towels.
You're like, what's going on?
Every time they cut,
they never address it.
Like the guy's just like sitting there, and like the other dude's just behind him getting dressed the entire movie. It never happens. I'm sorry to spoil that. He never puts clothes on.
well, what I don't understand is if this is all these people know about it. All these people
Yeah.
see it online.
Yeah, and the cops see it,
It's
and,
like-
and they're trying to find these people, but they're like one step ahead. So Danny Radcliffe, he goes onto their website in the beginning of the movie, trolls the people on there, and then the admin people are just like, "Hey, you're talking nonsense," and he's like, get out of here." Then they send him his IP address, and he's like, "Huh," and he closes his laptop like, "That'll solve that."
Yeah, he just kind of like forgets about it, which is crazy.
So they show up at his house, drug him, knock him out, surgically implant, 2 1911s into his hands, and an ammo counter because he has 50 rounds for both,
which is a lot.
which is ridiculous because a 1911 holds 7.
Yeah.
Well, no, there's some kind of like little
Yeah,
blocky thing at the bottom. I guess.
that I'm assuming holds the rest of the ammo in some very intricately designed magazine.
I like the ammo counter. Like it was kind of like Scott Pilgrim in certain circumstances.
Something like that. Some like hardcore Henry.
Yeah, it'd have like an anime cutaway where like he would shoot a guy and then like
The ammo counter, like
would pop up off the screen and stuff like that. So it was pretty fun. A little like the art and nuance of all that was pretty cool. I think like when it tried to take itself seriously,
it
didn't
never
work.
should have. It never should have tried.
So there's some, and maybe there was some message. I think they were trying to say something about like people are obsessed with social media or entertainment or something.
Because he
like
makes
that.
a joke about it where he's like going down the street. He's like, this is like the first time he's like, I haven't been like walking around without staring at my phone. He's like, everything looks so HD.
Yeah.
Well, then you have the woman that's hunting the entire time.
Samara Weaving.
Yeah.
She looks like a cave woman without those eyebrows, and she does so much drugs.
That's the thing.
Yeah, she's just like doing cocaine off of
all
guns.
the entire movie. It's like, shouldn't you OD by now?
Yeah, it was a like. Did you look in the production of this movie?
No, I didn't.
I think
I watched this movie several hours ago.
I think they've been trying to make this movie for years because
There
like
was some controversy about it when I was scrolling through its Wikipedia page, but they made it anyway.
okay, what is the controversy?
Yeah, I don't remember.
All right. So
There was a tab that said controversy. It was like a paragraph. I read it at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Went, huh? And then I just started watching the movie.
all right. Well, hey, maybe we'll.
I was not controversed while I was watching this.
But like there was a picture of Daniel Radcliffe in like the fuzzy slippers and their bathrobe, looking crazy with his guns, and that was like 3 years before that movie came out.
Yeah.
So I wonder what happened with all that. I don't know. Maybe we'll look it up.
I did find it pretty hilarious when he first gets the guns and he's trying to figure out how to put clothes on.
Or he's trying to pee.
Yeah.
And he's like don't shoot your dick off. Don't shoot your dick off. And like it's just going everywhere.
Yeah, that's funny.
He's
Yeah,
just
it's
running
all right.
around in his like his little tiger print underwear and his big fuzzy tiger slippers.
What would you rate it?
I give it a 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah,
It's worth a watch. It's fun. It's a fun movie.
yeah.
It doesn't have a whole lot of replay value, but
It's on
Amazon
Amazon. Yeah.
for free for Prime members. So check it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. What news?
Apparently Sylvester Stallone is up to something with Rocky IV director's cut.
All right.
Everybody's getting their director's cut.
Yeah, apparently it's supposed to be, as he said, amazing and spectacular. And everybody's like, "What are you going to do?" And he's just like, "Shh, don't worry about it."
Did he direct it?
I don't think did. He direct Rocky IV?
I don't think so.
Does he direct?
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
I think he's one of those guys who also like, even though he's the star of the movie, I think he just has that much creative pull, and he's basically the director, just without being listed as one.
Yeah.
But if I look really quickly, I believe he might have, because didn't he direct the first one?
What Rocky IV is? No, he didn't. He wrote the first one. Rocky IV is
Yeah, he directed Rocky IV.
the
Where he
one
fights Ivan Drago. the
Ivan
Russian.
Drago. Yeah, I almost said Cal Drago. But
Crossover.
yeah, I saw it once. I've seen that movie once. In my
That
entire
movie's
life.
just like so America, Cold War, USA. But it's also like the best Rocky movie.
I bet you what it is he's going to have some scenes where he sees Apollo Creed's son and has some sort of like crossover
Heart to heart.
Yeah.
Flat,
to help build
foreshadowing
that. 'Cause-
in the future.
'cause
Like,
it's going to be like George Lucas kind of stuff where because like
this meant something.
yeah, like
Now you know.
Sylvester Stallone's thinking like 20 years from now when people want to do their Rocky marathon, their annual Rocky marathon or whatever,
Whoever those people are.
Yeah, and then there needs to be a little bit of continuity, bridging of Rocky and Creed. So
I know he wasn't going to do
Thanks, 'cause that's
a
what the
Rocky
people asked.
5 director's cut because Rocky 5 was trash.
Well, I also will say, since the Ivan Drago, which is 4, I think Creed 2 is probably the best one since then, just because it brought Ivan Drago back in.
Or
And
maybe
it gave,
Rocky Balboa wasn't bad.
Well, yeah, but this one gave more of a credence. You had Drago's son fight Creed, and then you had Ivan Drago's there. You kind of had the animosity between him and Rocky, and then you had the animosity between the other two fighting. So
was Stallone in the second one?
yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean, he's warning Creed, you shouldn't fight this guy because he has no reputation. He's just this big hulking monster that comes out of Russia to fight all of a sudden.
I like
Yeah.
the Creed sequels are really good. I never thought that they would be that good.
Yeah.
And it's just a genius idea to basically take the idea of Rocky to a better generation or to a younger generation, better generation. Sure, let's go with that.
That's what you meant.
So yeah.
Let's not go there. Let's not get crazy.
All right.
Okay, boomer. But I'm hoping. Rocky IV is going to be '80s nostalgia, just because that movie's prime '80s. The '80s montage to work out. Ivan Drago's working out in like the state of the art gym. He's running up a mountain in the snow in a leather jacket with a beard, lifting up a cart full of rocks. While Heart's on Fire blasts, and he grabs the picture off the mirror, and he's like, and then Drago.
Sitting there punching cows in a locker, a meat locker.
Hey, Rock, look, I'm porking the meat. Yeah, that's funny. So there's that. That might happen. Godzilla vs. Kong delayed to May 2021.
All right. I forgot the movie was coming out.
I did not. I did see it still, though, and it's, Godzilla standing there. The spikes are glowing blue because he's going to do the cool nuclear fire stuff on Kong. And Kong is like the exact same height as Godzilla.
So he's continuing to grow.
So he has continued to grow, but he looks like he's holding like a battle axe. And I'm like,
he's broken down the
And
Statue of Liberty, getting ready to swing.
no, he has like this like weird. It looks. Remember when they had like the weird looking Godzilla that had like the magma, like the lava, but like the spikes were different, and like jaggedy looking.
No.
Yeah, that.
I don't.
It looks like that wedged into his stick to make a big battle axe, and Kong's just about to like swing it and uppercut him into next year.
Why not?
Which he did because this is coming out in May 2021, apparently. So I guess that shot connected. But I'm like, that's not fair. He's using tools. Godzilla doesn't use tools.
Well, he's got opposable thumbs for a reason. There was
He's got 4 of them.
there was a joke about that in Powerpuff Girls. Mojo Jojo says I'm gonna press you under my thumb if you don't oppose or something like that. And I was like, we get it.
You're a monkey. You can do that. I want there to be a scene in this movie where like Godzilla's like doing the thing and just like a big old pile of poop hits him in the face, and he's just like
radioactive poop.
And then that's it for that movie.
Right.
I got one more though. There's an upcoming movie called Greenland featuring Gerard Butler, a disaster movie.
Does it take place in Greenland?
It might. Apparently, because I saw the trailer, he's in America. Apparently, they're trying to escape to Greenland because there's a super underground bunker to protect humanity because big meteoroids are just hitting the Earth and causing global destruction.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
saw the trailer and somebody was watching it and I was like, does Aerosmith, have something to do with this? Michael Bay. No, apparently not.
That's what they do. At the end of the movie, he breaks and finally gets into the bunker. They open the door, and Aerosmith's standing there ready to play.
It's like, we're sending you guys into space to blow these things up. But
First, you have to drill to the center of the Earth. I read somewhere that Greenland's like one of the safest places in the world if there's ever a global catastrophe, like the pandemics, for instance, and stuff like that, because it's such a landlocked.
I think the population is like less than 1 million.
Oh yeah.
And for a country called Greenland, it's kind of tongue-in-cheek because it's mostly ice.
Well, here's your history. When they discovered Iceland, they discovered Greenland shortly after. And I don't remember everything, but essentially, Iceland was where people wanted to go. It was the new. It was before. No, I think it was after they discovered the New World. But anyways, the guy who discovered it decided Greenland would sell better if he called it Greenland, and so.
I remember Iceland is just Team Iceland, the bad guys from like the second Mighty Ducks movie.
Yeah.
Those kids were good hockey players, though.
All right, well,
that's all I got.
Cool, Gerard Butler movie. Maybe it's another Greenland Has Fallen. Who knows? Maybe
this movie will come out this year.
Maybe. So
who knows?
Well, I had video games.
And
I played a video game called Zelda Link's Awakening.
Who would have guessed you'd play something like that?
You don't care?
Move on.
That's hurtful. I have a lot to talk about this game.
You don't care about Godzilla vs. Kong?
I said I forgot about that movie. And you haven't even seen it. All right, Link's Awakening. It's a remake of the original Game Boy one that came out in like 92. And then, no, 93. And then in 98 came out Link's Awakening DX.
Ooh.
Yeah. It was amazing because it was colored. Yeah, for the Game Boy Color.
Wow.
And then in 2019, they came out with a $60 Switch video game. So this game, is it worth $60? Probably not.
They're banking on that one story.
But it sold really well. It sold 4.38 million copies.
Is it as good as Breath of the Wild?
No. But
so they're just
according
banking
to
on
him, nothing is as good as Breath of the Wild.
They're just banking on that Zelda name.
I mean, it was a fun game. I don't regret buying it.
Did it play the same way as Breath of the Wild?
No. It's a top-down, old-school Zelda game.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, I want to play that.
And
it's 2020.
It's well, I mean, what's cool is like if you played the Game Boy one, the nostalgia is still there. But they do things like they've made it to widescreen ratio and stuff like that. And like the old school Zelda game was built around how many tiles they could fit in each frame. Mm-hmm. Like one tile is like one input of moving direction for Link. Mm-hmm. So they had to change all the mechanics for that. Like, and usually when Link goes from one side of the screen to the other side of the screen, the whole screen has to transition and load up the next one. Now he just scrolls across. There's no weird transitioning between the screens and stuff like that for most of the cases.
It only took them 20 years to make it that way?
Well, they took them 20 years to decide that we should make this game again. The art is pretty cool. It's a diorama, what they called a retro modern look. So the best way to describe it is like the cloth toy looking Yoshi Story stuff that they have for those new games coming out. It's kind of like that. It has a little bit more realism. Link is described as a plasticine. Like looks like Woody from Toy Story. So
it looks like a 1990s McDonald's toy.
Yeah, but his character, his little bushy eyebrows move, but he's like these black beady eyes and stuff like that. So It's fun. It's a cute little way to make the game, and the instead of looking directly straight down on a level, it's got a tilt shift, so you can see a lot of depth of field into objects and stuff like that. And they changed a lot of things, like the physics of the items. Instead of it just like you kill a bad guy and a rupee drops to the ground, now like if something touches the rupee, it'll brush, it'll move around, it'll heart containers will fall over, things like that. So
Interesting.
it's very subtle little redos to it. The biggest change to the game is probably this dungeon creator thing. So you basically, when you beat a dungeon, you get all the rooms in a dungeon that go to this creator level where you go and you make your own dungeon. And if you beat it, you make a really hard dungeon, you beat it, you get stuff for that, basically to make more dungeons. And then I think they're trying to make it like Mario Maker, where
That's what I was about to say, like,
you can
it sounds
post
like
it on
Mario
it.
Maker.
Because they did say, like, the guy who made Zelda, the very happy Japanese guy, what's his name? I don't remember his name, but he basically let the guy who directed the remake of this say, okay, cool, do something like Mario Maker, And originally they were going to make it so you could design like each tile, each object, everything in the dungeon, but it decided it was way too complicated. So instead, now you just basically can plug and play rooms, and it's pretty simple. I played with it just a little bit. I was more like, I want to go back adventuring and stuff like that. So. Yeah, it's fun. It's a hard game. I forgot how hard that game was. Like some of the puzzles, there was no Google back then, and I beat the game, but it probably took me forever. I remember being freaking mad at this game.
Is it like you playing this now, getting mad, and about to Google it, and then your son just like or daughter comes in and figures it out in like 2 seconds?
Nah, they're not as good at this game as I am. So, plus it's
like
the
smirk you had. You're just like, yeah, they're not.
But it's a different thing.
I'm the best.
They've never played a game where you look at a whole map and you walk.
They don't
a guy.
get it. Like like me and you would be like,
yeah.
remember
So
Game Boy Color?
they don't know that kind of stuff. They're like, what button's the jump button? And I'm like, you don't jump unless you equip the feather. I'm like, that's dumb. So they don't get stuff like that.
They don't understand.
Yeah.
Spoiled.
But yeah, it's a fun game. I don't think it's worth $60. I think it'd be worth 30 to 40 bucks, somewhere around there. But it's sold a ton, and it's got Switch games don't ever go down in price.
No.
Whatever they have, if it sells well, they're going to keep
I think
it that way.
Breath of the Wild's still like $80.
If you want to get everything, yeah. So
And that game came
all
out
the DLCs.
4 years ago.
Yeah, all the DLCs. The thing that really pisses me off is these amiibo things. Because
Yes.
if I really like a game, I want to do everything in the game.
I want everything unlocked.
But you can't get everything unless you buy these little action figures that has the coding on the bottom of it.
That you got to enter and scan. Or
Right.
some shit.
Yeah.
Well, you got to put it on the controller, and then it like recognizes it and says, "Okay, now that this is in the game, and you can mess with
Yeah.
it." I mean, they're cool action figures, but like some of them, they only release a certain amount, so they could be like $120 for an action figure.
not happening.
that you put in there.
Not spending that kind of money.
Yeah.
I don't think they did. Well, I know Skyrim. The Master Sword's in there, the shield, and then the shirt or whatever.
Yeah. If you put, I don't know if you need the amiibo for that or not. Do you?
I don't think you need the amiibo. I think you find it.
So, all right. Well, I give the game an 8. There's no flaws in the game.
Is that 8 more like a nostalgic?
Yes, it's entirely nostalgic. If I had not played the original one, I probably wouldn't rate it as high. But it's purely my nostalgia talking. It would be a lot higher if it was cheaper.
Yeah.
So,
Like, give me like a $20 Switch game where they redid Star Fox 64.
dude, that would be awesome.
That would be a great game.
I never played that one. I've seen people play it and it looked interesting, but I just didn't have an N64.
Amazing game.
Well, I think Nintendo is picking up a lot of what people are, putting down for remakes, because that did sell very well, probably way more than they thought it would. And they didn't put like a lot of work into it. Yeah, they redesigned all the levels, but like the music is still kind of synthesized. There's a couple of like instrumental stuff here and there, but for the most part, you can tell it's some dude with a mixing board and stuff like that making things. All right. Well, there's my review. My news is, guess what? We just talked about expensive video games. The next gen games are going to cost $70. That's right.
Not made out of money.
NBA 2K is confirmed to be $70.
I'm not buying that game.
Well, nobody is, but everybody's saying, okay, well, it's finally happening. And apparently, a lot of people said it was supposed to happen in 2013, but then mobile games came out and became more of a market.
Flappy Bird.
Yeah, and so people
I still have that on a phone.
You do?
Yeah.
Isn't that worth like a ton of money?
No, not anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, mobile games came out, and so the console game market decided to hold off for a generation on upping the price from $60 to $70. So usually it's every 3 generations. I think they raise the price, and they do it to try and adjust for inflation. Because originally video games were $40. You know,
Yeah, I remember that.
Nintendo games.
What you're saying is we need to buy all the Xbox One games that transfer over right now.
I don't think that. Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
Buy Cyberpunk for Xbox One and then just let it transfer over.
I don't know if it'll do that or not. I don't know. I haven't addressed any of the console generational games or anything like that.
Like a sports game costing $70. It's like nobody's going to play that.
Well, see,
I mean, people are going to buy it.
yeah, they
But
are.
it's like buying a Madden game every year.
Well,
What's
so
the point?
A lot of people said, okay, the reason why there was so much loot crates and small stuff to buy in video games, like I guess at one point you could spend real dollars to give a basketball player a haircut, and one of these NBA 2 games. I don't know. That's what the report said, and people would got furious about that kind of stuff. Well, the developers said we're undercharging for these video games, so whatever we can, nickel and dime out of you after that point.
EA.
Undercharging. If you make the game well enough, people will buy it and you'll have plenty of money.
Yeah, like Destiny is a free game now. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't play.
4 years later.
Yes, but you can't play as well as other people who pay for the season pass. Same with Warzone. I guess technically, if you were just an amazing player, you could win just as much in Warzone.
I mean, if you're a good Warzone player and you play, all you really need is the M4 and the MP5.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's plenty of free games out there that make their money and are playable as free. And maybe that's the future. Maybe all these crappy sports games that just constantly just do a jersey update for each year and charge you the full price of a video game. That's hopefully going to go away.
But I mean, the old ones do that in updates.
Yeah.
They adjust rosters to guys who retired, got traded.
So then why would they have a new game come out the next year?
New.
Yeah, pretty much.
Duh.
Well, that's what I bought one of the Maddens more recently, like within the last couple of years.
Or like Madden 25 or whatever.
Yeah, well, I have the EA. I do like the EA pass, the yearly pass, because for $5 you have it for I think a year.
Really?
And
It's reasonable.
I think the most recent Madden that came out last year became available for free through the EA pass. I think a month or two ago, and I downloaded it for free. So why pay for it?
But
Because there's a new one that's going to come out this year. So
Every year they come
But-
out with new Madden.
subscription stuff is really starting to scare me. Like, I'm getting concerned that the future is you no longer pay for a video game and have it, and then whatever comes out for it, updates and stuff like that, you've paid for already. The future is you want to play Destiny 6, subscribe to the Destiny channel, and then, $15 a month, and you can play as much Destiny as you want to. But by the end of the year, you're spending $200 for a video game, that might be the future.
you don't just get this one game. I mean, you get their whole library.
Yeah, it makes sense now, but
I
if
remember a
that's the
time
beginning of the end.
where I bought a game, I put it in my gaming console, and then I could just play it. I didn't have to download stuff off the bat.
The good old
I didn't
days.
have to install it into the damn thing. It was I took the disc, put it in my PS2.
That's twice.
It's not a curse word. And I could just play Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah,
I would just go click.
Well, yeah, that's what kills me now. You can either download it off the the Xbox store, or you can buy a game and still have to download it.
It doesn't. Why?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Well,
Although I do
actually,
like the downloading the game bit because I don't have to get up and drive to GameStop and buy it.
I did a lot of research into like the game development for their marketing because of why the game increased, and they said they shortened the price and then nickel and dime in the future, and they also talked about they also release all these undeveloped games. And like for instance, Anthem, the game was barely playable when it came out. If not, a lot of people said there was game breaking issues and stuff like that. And it's because the publishers pushed the developers to make the game and hit that hard date of release, and then have them continue their crunch time
to update
to leak out, to pump out updates after the game is released.
Yeah, because I've played that because it's on the EA thing, and it's kind of like Destiny. It's all right to play by yourself, but it'd be a lot more fun with more people. Yeah,
But that's the future of games, is just like, hey, get it out there, let everybody buy it, and then fix it later. You know, I think that's like should be illegal.
I mean, that's why a lot of people nowadays they wait, see how the game is before they go out and buy it.
And that's got to
It's like
screw with
buying a
their
car with 3 of the 4 tires.
yeah.
Yeah,
That should
Like,
screw with the
come back
game
in 6
economy.
months when we got the other one done.
well, it's like Modern Warfare. I didn't buy it for like the first month and a half until I knew what it was going to be. So,
Yeah.
Like there's some people that make a game and just they don't even have like in the money for their for the actual production to finish the game. They wait until they get pre-orders to come in to hit that final money mark before they're like, okay,
do the
we
rest.
have enough now.
We can do the
Yeah.
final touches.
There's other honorable game companies out there that, like CD Projekt Red, for instance, they've already announced development for DLCs for the game because they had enough pre-order money. So that makes sense.
It's like we made the base game.
Right.
The game is done. It's good to go. You guys showed a lot of interest with pre-orders, so because of this, we're going to take that money and start doing a DLC.
Yeah, they've already talked about multiplayer DLCs and all this other stuff in the future, which also helps generate more pre-orders, which
They're going to be like,
that makes
oh,
sense.
hey, like my money's going to more game.
Yeah, and they've made it a huge stink out of the fact that this is not part of the core game. This is not what you're paying for the original, the pre-orders and stuff like that you get, and then the money that you add in after the game comes out gives you more content, which is like more of a new game instead of just like, oh, you want to actually finish the game?
yeah.
Because I don't think any of the Skyrim DLC came out
I don't know.
that year. Came out way later.
This
Yeah.
rant brought to you by money grubbing game developers.
It is. There you go, money-grubbing game developers.
Those dastardly.
Yeah. If you want us to stop talking
Conniving.
crap about you, why don't you send us some video games?
Yeah.
We'll test them,
We'll
make sure they're
review
good
them.
for
We'll
you.
review. So.
And we'll tell you what we think.
All right, that ends our news and reviews. Each week we find some topics of discussion for movies, TV shows, and video games. We review them if we have played them and or reviewed them, and we do some research into upcoming stuff that's worth talking about. So if you have information that you want us to research, or a game or a TV show or whatever that you want us to review and give you the info, the DL,
As it were.
by all means, message on our social mediums, and we will get back with you.
This is also the tired edition,
Yeah,
as you can see by the energy drinks and coffee.
my vat of coffee. So, all right, cool. That is it. Let's move on to our top 10 list. Tom, what do we do about our top 10 list? What is this thing? I've never heard of it before.
This top 10 list that we do was actually filler, because when we first did the podcast, we would review multiple movies, shows, and games.
That's true.
And then because of coronavirus, we had to come up with filler time. And it's like, well, let's just do a top 10 about this. And now it's just kind of become its own entity in the show.
Yep.
So we
Through
could just-
necessity.
through necessity. Maybe when things go into full swing, we'll eliminate the top 10. Or I doubt it, because at that point, we'll be doing it longer than we did it without.
Well, we have some audience feedback.
We do get feedback.
Not
a lot.
We didn't get enough this week to have a standalone audience list. So I don't know. If you guys stop talking to us, we might just get rid of it. So, all right, cool.
All right. Well, we had our top 10 hardest video game bosses this week. And,
Hardest is in or hardest is in difficulty.
well, it depends on how difficult it was.
Oh, you're just getting ready. I was like, I didn't say nothing.
Depends on whether you beat this boss or not. So,
I was a little surprised Boba Fett from Shadows of the Empire wasn't on there. It took me 13 years
I forgot about that one.
to beat Boba Fett.
That's a long time.
I looked through a list of the top 100, and I put the ones that I would imagine most people had probably at least played the game. And
I played
there was a lot that I didn't even
3
hear
or 4 of these games.
I played all but 3 of them, but so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We have our top 10. We had about 15 of them listed. The ones that didn't make it were Orphan of Chaos from Bloodborne,
Never played it.
Just because a bunch of people hadn't played it.
Crota from Destiny.
Yeah, the original Crota,
That was tough.
but then they cheese. There was a cheese that you could kill.
Well, once you kind
There
of
was a
learn the
cheesy
patterns
way.
and stuff, it's not as hard. Plus, you get leveled up as the game goes on.
Plus Galahorn.
Yeah, that helps.
yeah.
Then we had a Tyrant from Resident Evil Code Veronica
Okay.
Cool.
and Alma from Ninja Gaiden.
Alma didn't make it.
Nope.
I almost voted for that one just because I played this in my freshman year of college, and I beat the Ninja Gaiden game all the way to the end. Got to this boss. This boss has 3 stages, and I beat the first 2 stages. And that final stage it's one of those games where like you spend the entire game learning how to play it, and you get really good at it, and then the final boss is not anything like the gameplay. You know, it's not.
It's a completely new game you're all of a sudden thrust into.
Yeah, it's like a button, like God of War would do that, where like you're fighting the boss, and then like a cutscene kind of happens, and you have to hit the triangle in order to dodge it. It's crap like that, and I didn't. I got so mad, and it was really freaking hard. I gave up on it.
Well, anyways, we'll start the list at number 10, which was The End from Metal Gear Solid 3. He's the little guy that's in the ghillie suit with the sniper rifle, the old man.
Oh yeah. Do you know the easiest way to beat this guy?
No, but please enlighten me.
So he's a very old man, and he dies from a heart attack in 3 weeks.
So wait 3 weeks?
Yeah, or set your console clock 3 weeks in advance, and he'll just be dead. You can just go find him and loot him, and then take off.
That is one hell of like an in-game add-in. It's like he dies in 3 weeks. You have to fight him now. It's like or wait.
Yeah, or wait.
And you just not play for 3 weeks.
Now,
and then when you come back, he's croaked.
Yep.
if you play it though, it's an epic sniper battle because you're in the middle of like a jungle. You have a Solid Snake. You have the sniper rifle. He's got a sniper rifle. Pretty much the only way to see him is every now and then you'll see a glint of his sniper scope.
Do you play a Solid Snake or Boss?
I don't know. I just remember it's the main character.
Is it the one from?
Don't ask me. I never played any of these.
You never played him?
I never played any of the Metal Gear Solids.
What's wrong with you?
None of my friends were into it. I never.
Well, none of my friends were into it either. I just played
It's a
it.
single player game, man.
Yeah.
It's fun.
But it was pretty cool because, he would be sniping, and if you didn't see his sniper glint, you could be sitting there looking around, and all of a sudden he would like stab you and run off. And before you could get out of the sniper scope, he'd be gone. And it was pretty good. I think the only way I ended up beating him is I kind of accidentally like stepped on him as I was wandering the forest.
Because he wears a ghillie suit.
Yeah, and he got up and ran off, and I just started shooting as fast as I could in his back.
It reminds me of Sniper Wolf from Twin Snakes.
See, I never got to that one.
That was a sniper fight, but it was like a giant. You were Snake, and Sniper Wolf was on like this long. It was like the level layout was like a uppercase letter I. So you had this hallway you could go laterally on, and then a hallway that you would snipe down, and then that she had a hallway that she would send wolves, literal wolves, to like flush you out from behind cover and then snipe you. So you had to like kill the wolves and then try and kill her, and she had like instantaneous, like if you stepped up behind cover, she'd snipe you.
Well, that's what this guy basically. You could take 2 shots, and if you didn't have any health packs or anything like that, after the second shot, you're just dead.
Yeah.
And then like you would see a sniper glint, and if you didn't like immediately like dodge and dive for cover, you're getting shot.
Dip, dive, and
Yeah,
dodge.
it'd be like blink, pow. So
It's like, what's that?
it was fairly difficult because sometimes you wouldn't even see the rifle glint, and you'd hear a shot and be dead. So
Yeah.
it was pretty good.
Snack.
Then well, I guess there's not a whole lot to that other than he was tough and very sneaky. We'll move on to number 9, which is Goro from Mortal Kombat.
Which Mortal Kombat? The very first one? Or?
I think it's
I think he's only in 2, isn't he?
first ones or the second one. Mortal Kombat 1 or 2.
I don't think
but-
he's in 1. Is he in 1?
I don't
Goro's the four-armed
know. Yeah,
guy.
I think it's Mortal
Yeah, I
Kombat
remember.
2.
Okay.
But essentially, like he would grab you and like beat you. He'd grab you with his bottom arms and then like just sit there and punch you with the top arms. And if you had a full bar of health, it would probably take you from like here down to like
Yeah.
1/3 of your health.
Because
with
I
that
remember
one
Mortal
move.
Kombat 2, Sub-Zero was the hardest one to beat.
Well, this is that you fight him, and then after you fight him, then you have to go fight Shao Kahn.
Ooh.
And Goro was harder than Shao Kahn?
No, I mean Shao Kahn they were about equal, but Goro just had one move that could take you down to almost dead, whereas Shao Kahn was just near invincible.
I wasn't allowed to play Mortal Kombat when I was a kid.
Oh yeah,
It's too much violence.
compared to what we do now. Shoot people with a rocket in the face.
I'm
Look at that car of people. Throw a C4 at it. Goodbye.
I'm an adult now. The violence is healthy for me. It's stress relieving. So
But yeah, I mean, you couldn't get too close to him playing Mortal Kombat, or he
Yeah.
would just start. He'd grab you and just start punching you in the face.
Crap out of you.
Yeah, you had to basically attack from like the distance, and if you didn't have a character that had long distance stuff, I mean,
what a weird character. He's not from like Earth or something?
no, he's from the Nether Realm or wherever they're.
Whatever plot is that they.
I
Mortal
played
Kombat
one of the
universe has.
newer Mortal Kombats, and I had to fight him, and it was pain.
It
It was rough.
Yeah, and a lot of times, like the newer games, they'll put in a mechanic where like he'll do a move and then he's exhausted for a second, so you can get a couple of hits in before he moves back. But back
Not
then,
in the old ones. It
yeah,
was like you had to be fast.
yeah, you better get it or you ain't got it.
He'd be a great pianist.
Wow.
Or a drummer.
That's true. Yeah, great drummer. Yeah.
Well, we'll move on to number 8, which is M. Bison from Street Fighter.
Ridiculous. Ridiculously hard.
I never beat Bison. I played it, but I've never.
I only played Street Fighter with friends, so I never played the actual campaign, and I was always the stretchy guy. And I remember actually as a kid, we had a Street Fighter tournament at my friend's house, and I played the stretchy guy, and I won 3 times in a row. And all I didn't know the buttons. I just
You
mashed
just keep
buttons.
everybody at a distance.
You just like do that, yeah. And I just beat people from a distance, and so they like it was the street rule.
You couldn't play a stretchy guy?
Yeah, they banned that character from the game, so I hated the game after that.
I always like playing as a sumo wrestler because he had that like palm
yeah.
strike.
Oh.
Yeah, you couldn't get close to him.
I want a bound kick.
But if you do that against Bison, as you get close to do that, he just kind of reaches out and shoots you with a blast. So
Yeah, who could in?
spinning fist.
Falcon. Punch.
Did you ever play against Bison?
Yeah. Because I remember my buddy had it on Xbox or something. Or I don't think it was Xbox. He had it on a console. I remember playing it at a house.
Yeah.
But I also remember there was an arcade one.
Not the woods. Okay.
Yeah, down in the woods or in the gutter. He was a poor kid. They had like the arcade with the joystick and the buttons. They had Street Fighter, and that was one of the guys like you could fight.
Okay.
And it took a lot of quarters to get there.
That's right. And see, like when I was a kid too,
I missed those games.
But I remember going to an arcade and seeing Street Fighter as an arcade game, and I was like, why would I spend quarters for that when I could just get the game for my Super Nintendo?
Yeah.
And I never did that. I never played that. And I know that there's like big differences between the arcade game and the actual, but it's whatever.
Well, that's our next game, which is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. They had the arcade game, but then they had the Nintendo game, which had like 8 more levels.
And you'd have to keep pumping in quarters into your Super Nintendo to keep going.
Yeah. Well, you get the Krang and Shredder, which it's technically 2 bosses, but you fight them back to back. Like you fight Krang, and then when you finally defeat him, like Shredder steps through the portal.
I remember that.
And Krang could like split into 2. Well, his bottom half would kick you, while his top half would like
So
float
basically
around.
Darth Maul with like better autonomy.
You had to go through the techno drum the whole way, right, in order to get to that part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, if I think about it, you got to fight the rock guy to get through the door.
That's what I was thinking.
To fight Krang. To fight Shredder.
It was a hard,
The rock guy is like vaguely reminiscent to me. I'm just like, why does that sound familiar?
General Throg or something like that. He's from Dimension X.
All right, my brother might have played that one.
It was
we went to,
I remember
arcade-ish place.
I remember beating the rock guy and then getting to Krang, and then I was like, no, I'm done.
Well, because, I mean, you get, as the Turtles, you essentially get 3 lives.
Yeah.
And throughout the entire game, you get 2 continues. So if you,
Yeah.
by the time you get there, you're fighting essentially 3 bosses in a row. And like I said, Krang, his bottom half would kick you while his top half would float around and shoot at you after you had beaten him so much. Well, then Shredder comes out and he'll like split into 2, like into clones. And then you'd be fighting 2 Shredders. The only way you would know which one's the real one is the clone's helmet would come off if you attacked it enough.
Also, like the buttons for those old school turtle games
There
were
was
just
2.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, like the controls, the controls were just awful.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that the problem with old school games is that they didn't improve the controls. They took advantage of the crap controls to make the game more challenging.
Yeah.
And instead of it being challenging, it was just trash. So, all right.
Well, that was like my childhood, and I fought, and it took me years to actually beat that game.
How happy were you when you did?
Oh, well, as a kid, you know, you can't smoke, but you got them little candy cigarettes, and man, me and my cousin tore them up when we were done. Them candy cigarettes.
Candy cigarettes. Man, what happened to those things?
People didn't want bad influences anymore.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
While
it
their
makes
parents
sense.
were smoking.
That is true. That actually, you think about it. I never thought about it as an adult
I
before.
remember being in places as a little kid where you could smoke inside.
Yeah.
It's
No,
like,
I know.
like
yeah.
meeting like relatives who were like a lot older.
But
They're
you
just,
think
like,
about it, like
you know,
a-
holding like my brother, and they're going, cute kid, flicking ashes on it, blowing smoke everywhere, and I'm just like, they probably did that to me.
I never thought about candy cigarettes as an adult, though. Like you just brought them up. I haven't thought about them in probably 20 years. And then like, I was like, yeah, candy cigarettes. I miss those. And I'm thinking about it as an adult. Like, wait a minute, people are marketing candy cigarettes, tobacco to children.
It's like,
The
what's
hell?
next?
Pretty
It's like
much, yeah.
candy Coke.
Yeah,
And all it was
Bunch
just
of
like,
little
or
kids
Pixie
going,
sticks. Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, it was just
they're not
this
smart.
cylinder of like hard coated sugar.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, that was one of my
tangent.
one of my favorite ones. But we'll move on to number 6, which was the Nameless King. Now, I've never played Dark Souls 3,
I have.
but he's the final boss of Dark
I can't
Souls 3.
imagine the final boss of a Dark Souls 3 game because
Dude.
I played like 2 hours and I didn't even rate past like the first.
I
Like,
bought a Dark Souls game for the Switch just because I was like, I want a really challenging game that'll take me forever to beat. It is so stupid
you're
hard.
still in like the make your character screen.
No.
It's still hard.
I've made the character. The levels are so big and expansive, and the guy is just so goofy with his attacks. Like, you can have a billion different weapons and stuff, which is cool. But like, when he swings a sword, it's not like it's he just goes and he has like forever swing.
Yeah.
And like all the bad guys just come out of nowhere and kill you from every place. And then when I made it to the first boss, I gave up. So
Well, I didn't play this, but I watched it on some gameplay online, and essentially, you're this souped up knight by the end.
yeah.
Well, this godlike being is like 10 feet tall with this spear that stretches across the screen, and he's flying on a dragon that fills
Yeah.
up the screen. And he's just flying around you as you're like in this middle of this big open arena.
People who beat Dark Souls say like those are the bosses are some of the best bosses ever made.
I mean, it looked awesome. It looked like a cool thing. I just not
But
good
like
at
the
that game.
gameplay wise, they say like, it's hard, yes, but like, it's one of the best game experiences. I guess
I have never met a single person who beat a Dark Souls game.
I've only seen him online.
I think we had a person that talked about it on our Facebook group. So they beat it, didn't they?
Proof for it didn't happen.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's true.
I didn't see anything that said they'd beaten it.
If you do, like Dark Souls should send you like some sort of medallion, some sort of trophy, a shirt.
Yeah. It's like climbing Everest essentially. Oh, we got to move on.
All right, number 5. Did any of y'all ever play Guitar Hero?
Yes.
Guitar Hero 3?
Yes, I have.
Through the fire and the
Oh
flames.
my god!
That song with like 1,000 button presses.
Like robots don't have like finger dexterity of that level and hand-eye coordination, or even like the capacity to process what you're looking at as it's coming down the guitar neck.
I could never play.
You
Guitar
basically
Hero.
hold all 5 and just strum it as fast as you can and hope for the best.
Well, I could never play using all 5 buttons. Using all 4, I beat this song and I was sweating afterwards. I was like, it was. I mean, I didn't get 100%, obviously, but
I never got the Guitar Hero hype. I think it's going to be like Furbies. Like, we're going to look back at it in 10 years from now and be like,
no,
what were people thinking?
It was
It was
fun.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially if you
A
like the
plastic
music.
guitar. You know what they need to do? They need to, when you're playing this crazy level, they need to have like 2/3 the way through, the audio cuts out and it's just a camera of you playing this plastic toy and hearing the clacky sounds. That's it. Just so you realize how much of an idiot you look like.
Or like an audience heckling you.
Yeah.
Like you're opening for somebody like early in the game and somebody pegs you in the head with a bottle and you're trying to play with like beer in your eye.
Boo! You're like Nickelback.
Boo, you stink.
Like at the time that this came out, I was still on, like, I guess just out of high school, so I was at home and I'd be playing. Well, my mom, she decided she wanted to play because she liked some of the songs. So she sits the thing down in her lap like a keyboard, and she just sits there and plays it like
I do that
I'm like, what the?
Which is weird because like she's having to, like looking at it but registering it differently because her hand's backwards.
Yeah, but she did pretty well. So, but yeah, that song, there's so many notes so quickly.
I can't tell you how many times I watched my brother try to play it and then just get fed up and go right back to playing Hit Me With Your Best Shot on easy.
I go to a friend's house, and they're way better at Rock Band than I will ever be because I never owned any of those games in my life. They'll play some pretty challenging songs, and, they want me to play with them, and I've only played, I think, in total 5 hours of my entire life of any of those games, and so I just kind of suffer through on easy mode with my 3 buttons while they all play on Legendary or whatever.
Because my brother had that, and I had Rock Band, Beatles Rock Band.
Yeah, I never played the Rock Band ones. Well, due to time constraints, we're going to go ahead and move on to number 4, which was Sephiroth from Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
Never played it.
I've never played that.
So
Talk about it, Hayden.
Okay, well, Kingdom Hearts. I think this is Kingdom Hearts 2.
It was your number 1 pick.
Yeah. So Sephiroth isn't actually the final boss of the game. It's a side boss, but definitely the hardest boss of the game. So, and the way that works is like you get, if I remember right, you get Cloud as like a summon where he can like help you.
Like from Final Fantasy?
Yeah. You know what Kingdom Hearts is, right? It's Disney and Final Fantasy crossover.
Yeah,
okay.
You got Mickey and Goofy. And
At the end, you fight Walt Disney or something.
you have the guy that has like the sword, the key sword or whatever.
Yeah, you got to fight Mecha Disney.
It's actually a pretty fascinating plot. Like somehow they made it work. It's interesting.
I've heard a lot of good things about it. I just never played it.
I never played Kingdom Hearts 3, and from what I hear, it's not that good. But anyways, so you go and you fight Sephiroth, and so like they have health bars, and I think it's like 10 blocks is 1 health bar, and then it's one of those games where like if it's a red health bar, it's got 2 health bars. So once you chip away the red, there's a blue behind it.
Okay.
Well, Sephiroth has like black or something like that. It's like 8 health bars, and he has all these things that can kill you in one hit. He's insane to beat. You basically have to have the best stuff in the game in order to beat him. And I remember what it is.
DLC boss, wasn't he?
No, it is. It is in Kingdom Hearts 1, and there's a Hercules level from the movie Hercules, and maybe it is Kingdom Hearts 2. I cannot remember. But anyways, so you do these tournaments in like an arena, and you fight the Cerberus and stuff like that, and all that sort of stuff. Well, the final boss, I believe, is Sephiroth. And you get the best Keyblade in the game if you beat him or something like that. I mean, so there's kind of a reward for it.
After you spend days getting,
No.
mopped.
Like if you streamline and you blast through the boss fight like you're a pro at it, it'll take you 20 minutes. So yeah, it'll take you months to get that good. Months.
Don't have time for that.
No, it is.
All right.
So,
Well, we'll go on to number 3, which is General Rom from Gears of War.
This was tough.
You're stuck on a train with
Oh
him
my
attacking
God,
you.
and then the
this is the
Krill
first one.
Yeah.
Okay, then I beat
Because
this one.
you're up on top of a train. There's a Troika turret up there, I believe.
I think so.
But they destroy it quickly because that would make it convenient. He's shooting at you with like a handheld one
Yeah.
that he doesn't lose. You're running out of ammo, and there's cover, which can be destroyed. And as you're rotating behind cover and you go through the darkness, the Krill will attack and kill you.
Yeah. Just all of a sudden, you got these like things attacking you while you're behind the cover, and then you have to
Yeah.
get out, and then he shoots you when you get out of the cover.
I vaguely remember this. You can do co-op, right?
Yeah, this
That's
is the first Gears of War.
That's how me
So-
and my brother beat it.
Yeah,
Took 2 of us.
me and
Yeah.
Troy, me and my buddy Troy, we beat it.
Me and my friend at the time, he was like, "Hey, I need you to come over," and I was like, "What's going on?" He's like, "I got Gears of War," and I was like, "Oh, cool." I was like, "I haven't played that." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I just need you to come over like right now because you're good at shooter games." He's like, "We're trying. I got to beat this guy."
Yeah, it's I remember beating that game, and because we bought Gears of War 1 and 2 together, and we beat 1, and it took us like, I don't know, it wasn't that long, like 2 weeks maybe, and then we got Gears of War 2, and as soon as we finished Gears of War 1, we put into Gears of War 2, started up, played like 2 missions, then we were like, nah.
My
done.
brother and I beat 1, and we beat number 2, and then I've never played any of the other.
Yeah, it's not
That
doing
was-
very well. It's tanking all of its latest IPs, all of its latest games.
Gears of War was still at a time where, like, buying a game like that, where like you and your friends would like you'd spend a night or something like that, or your whole weekend just to co-op through difficulty, and try to beat it because like nobody does that really anymore.
Well, I mean, they don't have a lot of games aren't like local co-op anymore. You have to do it online. So
Couch co-op.
Yeah, it was couch co-op basically. You were sitting there on split screen playing it.
yeah.
So there's not very many. That's why I think Minecraft is such a big push nowadays.
That and like the Halo games.
Yeah, maybe Halo will bring that kind of stuff. Actually, Call of Duty has a couple things you can do couch. So the new Warzone. So that's why I like it so much, is because you can do everything in that game.
All right, we'll move on to number 2, which is Senator Armstrong from Metal Gear Rising.
I never beat the game, so I don't know.
I beat this game.
I never played this game.
Basically, you play as Raiden, which is he's like this goofy character in some of the other Metal Gears, but in this one, he's like a cyborg ninja. He's like a cross between Solid Snake and Gray Fox from Metal Gear.
You're saying names and
well, Gray Fox was this like elite
Fox,
elite ninja that could kill anything.
Metal Gear.
Well, he moves like super speed,
Solid. I'm sorry,
but he's fighting like the big Metal Gear robots and stuff, and he has like special moves where like it's like time slows down and. It's almost like Fruit Ninja. You see how fast you can move.
Yeah.
And when time stops, they just fall to pieces.
if you've never played any game from Metal Gear, you should either play Metal Gear 5, which I think is for free right now on Xbox.
The Phantom Pain.
Yeah. Or you should play
3.
I-
3
I-
was my favorite.
3's good, but Twin Snakes is my favorite. So Twin Snakes is like the best push for story. It's Metal Gear 1, it's Metal Gear Solid 1 remade. So and I don't know, like what Kojima does really well with his games is he has such like attention to detail with like the stupidest minor things that you never would think would be cool. Like
that pen in that cup meant something.
No, like okay, like for instance, I remember like being blown away in the very beginning of Metal Gear Solid, where I killed a guy, and I'm sneaking in to infiltrate this base. And I take his body and I stuff him in a locker, and then I hide in a locker next to him because I hear somebody coming in. The guy comes inside. And he opens the locker, and the body falls on top of him. He's like, oh, like holding the body and freaking out. Yeah,
Bob, no!
and like I was like, wow, they really thought through all that stuff. It was crazy. So, yeah, they're really fun games, and they can be very, very challenging.
Well, this is a lot different than most of them because this one's like straight fighter.
Yeah, that's it. This is an offshoot, like a spinoff.
It kind of reminds me of almost like Final Fantasy, but it's not like the RPG stuff. It's just the fight scenes look like that.
Yeah.
Well, you fight Senator Armstrong, which, you know, this game's a 360 game. I'm spoiling it. Sorry. But you get to the end, and he's like the president of the United States.
Yeah.
And he comes out dressed in his suit, like, you know, just like a business suit. And
Looking all
like,
presidential.
yeah, you're like this robot mech samurai thing. And you start hitting him and realize that it's doing nothing. Like the cutscene, because his skin is basically like this organic metal that can't be broken. You fight this guy probably 6 times. Like, you have to fight him, take all his health away. Well, then, like, it's almost like Dragon Ball Z. He powers up or whatever. You have to fight him again.
This isn't even my final form.
It gets to the point where, because of the whatever enhancements he has, he's picking up, like, legs from, like, you know, like Power Ranger robots, like that size of a leg, just picking them up from the other robots and swinging them at you.
No.
He'll like hit the ground, and it's like a shockwave that you pretty much can't avoid. And you probably, I think you have to beat him 4 or 5 times all in a row, and there's no checkpoints. If you lose, you start back over at the beginning.
I hate games.
So it kept going. So it was a hard boss. It took a while to beat. The last battle took about an hour.
Ugh. All right.
And then number 1 now, we'll go with Mike Tyson from Nintendo.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson going
Punch
to kick
out.
your ass.
Mike Tyson.
Hey,
I'm sorry. I had it. I got shot. You're that.
Did you hit the mic
I
stand?
did.
Yes.
it's a Call of Duty, Mike. You just hide behind it.
That shows how great I am at Call of Duty.
You see what I have to put up with when we play?
So, like, I found something interesting about this boss fight. They found out, like, 6 years ago. This game came out in, like, the 80s.
Yeah.
They found out, like, 6 years ago, there's a pattern to Mike Tyson. Like, that's how long it took for people to figure out how to beat this guy. There's a guy in the audience who, like, blinks or like, squints his eyes or whatever right before Mike Tyson punches every time. You know, and like somebody finally made the correlation between the two. That was yeah, but it took.
Who's watching the audience while they play?
The drop down math starts happening. It's like, she's like,
I always played Punch Out or is it Punch Out or Knockout?
Punch Out.
I always played Punch Out, and then whenever I got to Mike Tyson, the game is over. You know,
It's like, I made it.
I don't know if anybody who's ever
Well,
been.
no, we were watching that YouTube video. This is like one of the toughest bosses, but then we watch this guy on YouTube that beats him without ever getting
Yeah,
hit.
probably because he's been playing for 30 years.
Yeah.
He's the one that found out the code.
Maybe
Like,
I don't know.
I know this game came out in the 80s, like even into the 90s when me and my brother were smaller and video games were becoming a much bigger thing. People still talked about this game.
Yeah.
And it was like, there was always like some kid. It's just like, oh yeah, my older brother's
The legend.
buddy from high school. He beat Mike Tyson in Punch Out, and it's just like,
No, he did it.
it was like, get out of here, you blockhead. You don't know nothing about anything.
Yeah.
Let me see your Pokemon cards, though. Let's
You want to play Pogs?
But the list just goes to show you that even though there's new games and new developments and all this stuff, some of the oldest games are still some of the hardest
Yeah.
because
Do you-
Nintendo's.
Would you say that it takes advantage of the crappy controls?
Without a doubt, but
Yeah.
that's part of what makes it hard.
I mean, because like sometimes he just starts punching and you just put your controller down because there's nothing you can do. And you just wait.
It's
for
like
the game
fighting
to
Mike
stream.
Tyson in real life.
Yeah.
It's just
give up.
You just
It
stand
is.
there and take it.
It's a
And
pain.
you have to take it for long because that first one is going to knock you the hell out.
Right. Cool. Well, there's our top 10 list. We will announce another top 10 list on our Facebook and social medias here shortly.
Maybe this time you'll be inclined
Please
to
do
comment and vote.
Please do be inclined so we can have more people like you commenting and talking about our listing here. Like, for instance, Mitch, did you by any chance get some names written down for this list?
I do. I have. Let's see. We have my brother, Todd.
Who do you vote for?
Both of them voted for Senator Armstrong, like me.
Okay.
Let's see. We had
Sounds like nepotism.
Joshua that I used to work with. He voted for Sephiroth, like you.
Good man.
And then we had Chris and Cody.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, I know from a work friend, and Cody,
Cody Bear.
yeah, that guy.
The Room. What do they vote for?
They both had Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
We had Mark.
So they won.
Yeah, we had Mark for the Nameless King.
Yeah.
We had quote unquote Walter
Yeah.
for Through the Fire and the Flames, and then we had Tom for
Yeah.
General Rob.
Hey, if you want $25, why don't you share 10 people to our Facebook group? We've announced that, and nobody's done it. It's free money. I'm just saying. Also, if you want a pin, yep,
They're there.
look at that. Comment. I want a pin on our Facebook group, and we'll send you one.
First one to do it.
Yeah, we'll even pay for shipping. What do you think about that? All right, that does our top 10 list. Let us know what you want us to talk about next week. Now, we move on to our favorite session of the segment
The
of the
most
show.
stressful part of the show. Not for you, but for us.
All right, go for it.
Had my 1 week
Reprieve.
vacation, maybe. I hate you. I hate you all.
Mitch, punished by Hayden, movie.
I hate you all.
All right.
The streak continues.
I just want to punish somebody one time.
You're not allowed to.
The wheel hath decided your fate.
Your punishment is Titanic, the cartoon.
I hate you.
Oh.
Can you pull up?
Why do I always have to pull it up? You have a phone.
Can you just do it for me real quick? Oh, God. So this is an Italian.
I know what it is. I had it on my list to
I'm
punish
ta-
somebody else with.
I'm talking to the eyes.
Italian.
It's an Italian cartoon.
Look, Paulie, there's an iceberg.
It's it was made in the early 2000s, and basically it just rips off of Disney cartoon animation. To
Is it the one with the mice?
yes,
Oh my god.
yeah, I think there's singing and stuff involved. So
This is the entire movie.
that's where he's gonna watch it on. Don't shoot me. I didn't do nothing.
Let's see if I can find a trailer or something.
Just
The
play.
Legend of Titanic, an animated classic.
Yeah, it's a classic. Just play something.
Quote unquote self-designed classic.
There you go.
Oh, I want to see it too. This looks like the
How long
animation
is
for like
this?
Anastasia.
How long is this movie?
Hold it up to the microphone so people can hear how amazing the audio is.
Headline there, sir.
Yeah. Watch out, people! I'll run you over.
Rich people coming through. Get out of the way.
Excuse me.
Peasantry.
Look at my disproportionately blocky car.
And next time, learn how to drive. My monocle fell out. Yes, money. Yes, my wife.
My young wife.
Yes.
She's not here for money.
Well spent.
I'm an important character.
Well spent. The camera's panning on me for much time.
There it is.
That's a big dinghy. I mean a boat.
This boat.
Here's £5. We park the car. Get my luggage. I mean my wife.
All right, cool. That's enough.
Stow the luggage.
Yes, sir.
So dreary looking and sounding.
This is a movie we should dub.
It's the dead-eyed look of all the characters.
They're all like,
No
Yeah.
emotion whatsoever.
So I don't know. That's 90 minutes of pure enjoyment that Mitch gets to enjoy. Well, welcome back onto the punishment trend. You know, you only have like 8 more weeks left. So
So I get my 1 week reprieve again. Yeah. Each time I get punished, it's like a progressive amount of weeks in a row.
I've actually had people message me and be like, maybe you should take Mitch off the wheel for a while. And I was like, no.
no, it stays on the wheel.
It stays on the
It's
wheel.
not even fair.
The wheel hath decided your fate.
All right.
Next time I get to pick top 10, we're doing top 10 Mitch's worst punishments.
The Titanic one was actually a user-based suggestion. So, if you feel that you have a horrible movie,
You want Mitch to watch.
with taste, okay, not some gore porno trash or whatever like that. But if you have something with taste that we can actually talk about, please comment and we'll make Mitch watch it next week. All right, that does it for episode 21. Mitch, say goodbye.
I hate you all.
Don't hate me, hate the wheel. And hate him more because it was his idea.
It's his idea, it's your will.
Tom.
You get blamed through necessity.
Goodbye, Tom.
Goodbye, Tom.
And goodbye, me, Hayden. Goodbye.